Okay, good evening and welcome to Affirmation card of the day with myself, Lady Moonlight. Today's card I'm going to be using the moon cards, and I'm also going to be picking a card for Lucy Yates, who has requested that I pick a card for her. You need to be a VIP member to be able to request a card to be a VIP member. All you need to do is um, purchase any item from my Avira store, book any reading, or book a distant Reiki healing. Or if you're on my Avira team or you are an Avira influencer, you can join my VIP group today if you're watching this live on a replay. And then you can request a card of the day from myself. So what's today's affirmation? Today's affirmation is be yourself. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about you, be yourself. So tell yourself today I will be myself. Today I will do the things that make me happy. Today I will say the things that are making me happy and hopefully making other people happy. Today I will make my own decisions. I will live my own life the way I choose to live it and not the way other people choose to live it. Today I decide that I'm not going to buy into people's judgments of me, right? Because we're all too busy these days, aren't we? What if such and such don't like me because I'm selling a Vera? What if people don't like me because I'm doing readings? What if people don't like me because the products I sell are important to me but not to them? What if people don't like me because I'm working from home and my own boss, etc., etc.? What if people don't like me because I have a disability? What if, right? Well, one thing that I have learned in life, if you go around pleasing other people, you make them happy? No. Do you make you happy? Definitely not. Right? Because you're trying to be somebody that they want you to be. You know, there is only one Lady Moonlight. Right? I would hate somebody to come along and say, I'm going to be Lady Moonlight. I'm going to mimic. I'm going to be Lady Moonlight. I'm going to do everything that Lady Moonlight does. I'm going to say everything that Lady Moonlight does. Right? No, don't do that. Do you. Do the things that make you happy. Right? And if the people around you don't like you for being you, they're not meant to be in your tribe. They're not meant to be part of your life. They belong to another tribe. They belong to another friendship group, right? I'm not for everybody. Everybody's not for me. You know, we're too busy trying to please the Joneses of this life, right? Or to be popular. And we feel that to be popular we have to fit in. We have to do things that other people want us to do, even though it goes against the grain, even though it doesn't make us happy, but we kind of try and fit in, right? Stop trying to fit in. It's like putting a round peg into a square hole. It ain't gonna work, right? Find another round peg like yourself. It's gonna work, right? But if a round peg is gonna link with a square peg and they're trying to fit into that round peg hole, it's not gonna fit, right? Not everybody fits your box. Not everybody fits you. Not everybody is gonna like you in this life. But that's okay as well. Just do you, be you. That's the message today. You know, I spent a lifetime pleasing other people, or what I thought was pleasing other people. I've lived through 30 years of abuse, trying to please my abuser, and nothing I did, nothing I said, or nothing I tried worked. I still got abused. I still got judged by others. And here's the thing, even when I left my abusive ex, I was judged for that as well. Because abusers do not portray themselves as abuser in public. It's all done behind closed doors. To the public they are Mr. Nice Guy. But behind the doors they are evil monsters, let me tell you. Right? And I spent 30 years, wasted 30 years trying to please this man, well, less than a man, this monster. And nothing I did worked. Because if I fixed one fault, he found another. So I did me, and I left his sorry ass. And I've been away from him for 8 years, and I now have a wonderful partner. And I've been with that partner for 8 years. And guess what? It works. Why does it work? Because he hasn't tried in any way to change me. And I will not change him for the world. He's a man I fell in love with. He's a man that gave me back, helped me find me again. And I decided from that moment on to cut off all of my ex's family. And when I did that, I lost my grandchildren. Right? Because it was a case of let us stalk you, let us get your number, let us get your personal details, or you won't get to see your grandkids again. I'm not going to give my stalking ex's family my number, ever, so that they can control my life. It's not going to happen. And yes, I lost my grandchildren, but here's the thing, when those children who have already connected a strong bond with their gran grow up and are old enough to leave their parents, they'll reconnect with their gran again. Because gran already had told them that if your parents stop you from seeing gran, I'm always here from you when you're old enough to leave. And they know that. I keep daily contact with my oldest granddaughter. She's 18 now. And yes, they still try and stop her from coming. But we keep in touch. And that's the main thing. So sometimes being yourself, there are sacrifices that we have to make to be ourselves. But my happiness, my mental health, and my physical health and well-being were more important. And if I can pass one thing to you today, is stop being a people pleaser. Do you. Be you. And if people aren't respecting you for being you, walk out the door. I wish I had walked out the door sooner than 30 years. I would have saved myself 30 years of heartache. But when you're in that abuse, when you're in that controlled environment, you don't see it. You only see it when you're out. Now I invite anyone that is going through abuse, whether it's child abuse, whether it's physical abuse, whether it's mental abuse, you can contact me in confidence anytime to talk to somebody that knows what you're going through. I can put you in touch with a wonderful group of likewise women who are just like me, just like you, that have gone through all of that. You're not alone, and we can help you to be yourself. because being yourself is so important. If you don't put yourself first and you don't love yourself for you, how can you love other people? You can't. So do you. That is so, so important. Just do you. Do the things that make you happy. You know, if you want to work from home, do it. People don't like that, fine. They can choose to be in your life or they can choose to be out your life. But don't let them stop you from doing it, is the message and the affirmation today. You know, I broke free of abuse. It's the best thing I ever did. Because while I was in abuse, I couldn't do my readings. I couldn't have my wonderful, beautiful fairy garden, which my partners helped me to build up. It was always my dream to have a fairy garden, and I was never allowed to do that with my ex. When you have a partner who loves you for you, that's not just your partner, that's your best friend, that's your soulmate. And let me tell you, soulmates are rare to find, and if you find one, hold on tight to them. Because they're the ones that make you happy just as much as you make them happy. So I hope that affirmation has helped you today. Maybe you needed to hear that today. You are beautiful inside and out, just the way you are. The good Lord made us just perfect. You know, yes, we may have flaws, but nobody is absolutely without flaws, right? Nobody's perfect in this world, right? And if they tell you they are, they're telling porkies, right? Because nobody is perfect. We can try to be perfect, but we can be ourselves. Being ourselves is good enough. Being yourself is good enough. Yay, she's here. Just got signal. I'm just doing the affirmation of the day, and then I'm choosing a moon card. So the affirmation of today is be yourself. It's super, super important to be yourself. And when you're yourself, the people that come into your life to be with you are the ones that love you for being you. Don't be somebody else just to please somebody else. Be you. And if people judge you for being you, show them the door, right? If they don't show you respect for being you, exit left or exit right or exit at the end of my toe or the end of my foot or the end of my besom, whatever way you want to go out the door, right? But if you don't want to be with me or you don't want to be a part of my life because you don't like who I am, that's okay. I'm good with that. Have a great life. I wish you well on your journey. And I hope you find the tribe that fits you. Because here's the thing. I'm Lady Moonlight and I'm staying Lady Moonlight. And if you don't like it, tough. You know, I do me all the time. And when I do me all the time, that makes me happy. And when I'm happy, my partner's happy. When my partner's happy, my friends are happy. And when my friends and family are happy, then I'm happy. Exactly. Exactly. Right? You know, people come in to your life for a reason, a season, a second, a lifetime. And that's absolutely okay. Right? And not everybody that smiles and agrees with you is your friend. There are a lot of people out there who are envious of what you've got. Maybe they want to have the information that you have or have your knowledge. And they are like sponges. They will try and draw out the goodness in you and leave you deflated. Girl, allowing them to do that, right? Your energy is yours. Own it, claim it, stamp on it. Put your stamp on it, right? Don't let anyone, and if you've got wisdom or you've got gifts or whatever else that'll help others, that's great. Allow those gifts to help others. But don't allow people to come into your life and steal those gifts. Don't allow people to come into your life and tell you to be somebody that you're not. Because you are beautiful inside out, just the way you are. And if somebody don't like you, that's not your problem. That's theirs. They got a problem with you. Bye, Felicia. Have a lovely life. And I hope you find your right tribe, because clearly I'm not your tribe, but that's okay. I'm okay with not being your tribe, because I'm okay with me. I'm okay being me. My partner is okay with being me. Lucy is okay with me being me. Lucy's obsessed with me. Lucy is, one of my biggest fans, and she's my dear, dear, dear witch sister. She's more than a friend, she's a sister. She's a spiritual sister. Exactly. So that's my affirmation of the day. Just be you. Don't be somebody else. Be you. And if you lose people along the way because you're being you, or because you refuse to be controlled, or because you refuse to be blackmailed, they're worth losing. Because if they can't respect you for being you, they're not worth keeping. Wish them well in life. Never wish anybody any harm. Wish them well. And then say, bye, Felicia. Have a nice life. Because I sure will. So I hope that affirmation has helped you today if you've come across my video. Oh, thank you. I adore you as well. You're the best. Okay, so let's shuffle these moon cards, and then I'm going to shuffle an Old Faithful card for Lucy as well. Now, if you'd like me to pick a card for you during my cards of the day, you need to be a VIP member. And to be a VIP member, book a reading with me, book a Reiki healing session with me. If you love the Avira skincare, etc., or the products, why not purchase an item from my Avira store? You'll get to be a VIP, and you'll get to watch my lives in the VIP group every single day. Okay, so there are so many, many ways to be a VIP. No, I don't need to ask you what deck you need today. Your nan already told me. Because I was thinking, well, will I do an angel card for you? Will I do the moon cards? Will I do... And your nan just said no. No. It's got to be the Old Faithfuls. You got to get the Old Faithfuls out, because nothing else will do. So the Old Faithfuls it is. Okay, so let's see what the moon cards are. I will leave my website above. You'll also get all my links on that website. You'll also get my shop link on that website as well. So you'll know where I am on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay. So today's card, the answers that you need are coming. The answers that you need are coming. And it is the full moon in Gemini. So if you're a Gemini, maybe you're waiting on news of something. Maybe you're waiting on news of a job. Maybe you're waiting on news of exam results. Maybe you're waiting on news of a new home. Maybe you're waiting on news of whether you're starting a family or not. Maybe you're waiting on news of finding out if somebody is ill, or somebody has been ill, whether they are getting better, etc., etc., right? And you might be impatient, and you might be thinking, when am I going to find out? When are these answers going to come? When am I going to know? Right? We can be so impatient. But the answers are coming, right? If you've applied for a job, maybe, the manager's been busy and hasn't been able to sift through the applications. Maybe you're waiting to start a family. The universe knows when it's right for to start a family. Maybe you're waiting on news of a new house. Maybe you're waiting on news of divorce, for example, where you can be free of abuse or whatever, right? Maybe you're waiting on some other kind of news. Maybe some legal matters, or a solution to some kind of legal matters. Whatever it is that you're waiting for to happen, just know that the answers are coming. So any questions that you have asked, either in your head or you've asked the universe for, and you're thinking, the universe ain't listening, I'm not getting my answers. Be patient is the message of this card, because the answers are coming. You all will be revealed in good time. What is it they say? All good things come to those who wait. Right? And for me personally, this card resonates because there's a lot of things that I'm waiting to find out. But I'm patient enough, and I know that I will find out these things when the time is right. So know, if you're being drawn to this card of the day, whatever questions you've been asking yourself, the answers are coming. They might not be today, they might not be tomorrow or the next day, but they are coming. The universe has heard your question, and the universe will answer when the time is right for the answers to be revealed. Yep, your nan she usually throws them everywhere. Your nan throws my cards absolutely everywhere. So I hope that card has meaning for you. Again, if anyone wants to ask questions about the card, please let me know. I will do a mini version of this on TikTok for my TikTok viewers who are not on Facebook. But you have to be in my VIP group to watch these cards of the day live, or to request a card of the day. And you can watch the replay on my Mystic Witch public page here on Facebook, or on the Mystic Witch on YouTube. The links are on my website. I will put my website link above this video, and I will share this video with the links on there as well. So I'm just going to shuffle the Old Faithful cards for our Lucy. It is great to be back doing my lives. I have missed you all, and I know just by communicating on a day-to-day basis with Lucy that she has missed my lives. Ostara is such a busy season for us witches. I have been out designing my garden, or our garden. I've actually just completed it all today, did the finishing touches, planted my herbs, etc., etc. Also, myself and my wonderful partner have been celebrating 8 happy years together as well. So being my own boss, working from home, being my own authentic witchy self, means that I can have that say as to whether I take time off or whether I don't. I'm doing me, right? And that's what the affirmation is: be you. I'm being me. I be me every day. And, you know, there may be a lot of people that don't like my lives. There may be a lot of people that don't like the products that I promote. And that's absolutely okay. My products aren't for everyone. But to me, natural, good for you products are so important to me and the environment. And will I stop doing or promoting those products just to please other people? Mm-mm. If you don't like me, don't watch my page. Don't like my readings, why are you watching? Good question, right? If you don't like my readings, why are you watching this live? If you don't like my products, why are you watching, why are you following my pages? Right? And if you ain't following my pages or you ain't liking my groups, that's okay. I don't mind, because I'll still be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the day after that, because I believe in the products, I believe in my cards. I got to believe in my cards because my guides would kick my butt if I didn't. I got to believe in my readings. My Reiki distant healing has helped so many people in life. I won't change that for nobody. So if you want to book a full reading with me, get in touch, send me a message, and you can book a full reading. If you know somebody who may need Reiki healing, I can do that via distant healing. You can be in the comfort of your own home and still receive Reiki healing. I'm hoping, now that a star has been out the way, that I am going to be teaching Reiki level 1. I'm hoping maybe June, early July for that one. So if anyone is interested in learning Reiki level 1, I do it all online, and I can give you the details of that. Just contact me and I will let you know. But yeah, Reiki is a fantastic gift to have. Reiki stands for universal healing energy, and Reiki, that Reiki energy is in every living thing. It's in plants, it's in rocks, sand, it's in the air that we breathe, it's in the water, it's in the grass, the trees, it's in all animals, it's in all humans. And sometimes we lose that Reiki energy through, and then we get sick. So Reiki is good because you can heal yourself. You can put that energy, that healing energy, back every single day into your body. And you can send Reiki to anyone around the world, but that's Reiki Master level and Reiki 2 level. But I will be doing Reiki 1, hopefully round about, I'm looking at a time scale of round about June and beginning of July. So watch this space, I will let you know. Okay, so but if you would like to be considered, please let me know, because there is only going to be limited spaces, because I like to keep my student groups to a minimum, so that it makes it easier for me to teach on a one-to-one level as well as a group level if I keep my classes small. Oh, I'm glad you've missed the lives. I've missed coming on and doing the lives, so I'm glad to get back to it. Okay, so let's pick a card for our Lucy. Okay, so you have got the Four of Pentacles. Now the Four of Pentacles speaks about juggling finances, right? There's a lot of plans for the future, right? And we already know, about the new home, getting that new home, starting a family, etc., etc. All of this, not just it doesn't just require planning, it requires the finances as well, right? So you have to make sure, you can't buy a house without finances, right? If you're starting a family, you need to think about all the expenses of that as well. Prams, nappies, all of that, right? Um, but things are looking good as far as finances go with yourselves. Um, as a couple, you work together. You work through everything together. So you can juggle the finances. And if that means on some days robbing Peter to pay Paul to do it, then you do what you need to do. It's about pulling in the purse strings and being able, already how much these plans mean to you. So I guess it's a bit like myself and the garden that I have just created with my partner. It didn't come cheap, but we made adjustments to our finances and able to build the garden that we wanted to have. And we used Ostara as a great time to actually get everything in place for the garden, everything. And that meant saving a little, saving as much pennies as we possibly could. And this card is telling you the same thing. You know what's needed to get there. And you do have the finances, and you will have the finances to see that dream into fulfillment. Yeah, exactly. Right? So if it's on your mind to do, you will do whatever it takes to get the job done, right? Because it's important to you, right? My partner's the very same as well. Sometimes, he has his own finances, I have mine. We decided right from the word ghetto that we would be independent as far as our finances go. However, on saying that, he has helped me out when I've had very little pennies, and I help him out when he has little pennies. It's called teamwork. And like yourself, Lucy, I don't have to ask him. He normally says to me, this is on me today. If we're going out for a meal or whatever, or we have the odd takeaway. No, it's on me today. Or I'm going to the shop. Here, I'll give you money. No, I've got money. No, it's okay, you can have some money. And I'm the same with him. He'll say, oh, do you want money for this? And I'll say, no, I've got it. It's about working together as a family unit and getting the job done, right? And I know that you and Ben talk through everything and you work together as a team. And it's that working together as a team that's going to get you the things that you desire. So yes, the house is coming. Yes, the new family is coming. Yes, finances will work themselves out because you work as a team. Will anything go wrong with these plans? No. No. It's a bit like the previous card. The answers to your questions are coming. The house is coming. The family is coming. The finances that you need are already there to make it happen. It's all coming. And your nan's saying, will you stop worrying? Everything's going to work out just how it's supposed to be. But, we can't not worry about things. When I first had my vision of having my witchy garden with fairies and herbs and fairy lights everywhere, etc., and I started to look at the prices of things and I'm like, whoa, right? I mean, we must have spent like well over £1,000, maybe almost £2,000 on our garden. But that doesn't matter. What matters is the garden was important to me. It was also important to my wonderful partner. And it was a labour of love. And we saved. And we made do with what we had. And we maybe sacrificed one or two things that we would normally treat ourselves to in order to put that money away into the garden. And I sat on the garden step. I did my last bit of fairy garden shopping earlier today. And I sat on my step and I was planting my herbs into my little wagon planter. And I gave thanks to the universe because I had fulfilled the dream of having my own fairy garden, our own Zen garden, whatever you want to call it. But we had, when you've got the sound of nature, when you've got birds coming into your garden, you've got the sound of running water, you've got the sound of wind chimes, and you're sitting in that environment, all stress just disappears. And that was the Zen that I wanted to, that is the peace that I wanted to manifest, not just for me, but for my wonderful partner as well. A space, a peaceful haven, where in the good weather we could just sit out together as a couple and enjoy that peace and tranquility. It's something in life that not many people have got the pleasure of having. Not everybody is blessed with a garden. Not everybody is blessed to be able to have the finances or whatever, to have all of that. But where there's a will, there's a way. And even if you have very little finances, there's always a way where you can put a little bit away every day, well, every week, once a month, whatever your budget is, and for you to do that. You can always work from home with a kind of part-time job or whatever. There's always ways round of being able to get the things that you want in life. But if you don't get up off your backside and get something done, you will never achieve it, right? It's all right making plans up here, but if you don't take those plans, put them on paper, sort your finances, etc., etc., you'll never get that done, right? So you have to really work at it, and I know that you and Ben have really, really worked towards your plans, and they are going to happen. Not at this time. Nan says there's not much that she can tell you that you don't know already. She does want you to know, though, that when you were wondering whether she was around you today or yesterday or both days, yes, very much she was. She always has been around you. She says somebody's got to take care of you at this moment because you've had such a lot of stress. Burning the candle at both ends. And she says that ain't good for you either. I know situations and job routines, etc., you can't help but to burn the candle at both ends. But on the days that you are stressed or you are tired or you're exhausted, that's when your grand pulls close. She's sending you that extra energy that you need at that particular time. So maybe that was one of your answers, has Nan been near me at specific times? Yes, and yes. She's more around you when you're stressed, because she says Lucy gets her knickers in a twist, let's just say, right? When she's stressed, it's like, woof, she's like a hurricane just rumbling under the surface, and then she explodes. And she said somebody's got to be there to pour the cold water on it, if that makes sense. There you go, see? There you go. Yes. When you know, you've just said it yourself, you knew it. And that's what your nan says. Why is she asking? She already knows the answers. But sometimes we need that confirmation, right? Sometimes we need that little bit of confirmation from Spirit that they are with us, you know. And sometimes we ask, are they around for us when we need them? Yes. Yes, always and forever. And here's the thing that I'm going to share with you, because it's worked with me for as long as I've been working with Spirit, which is all my life. And one thing that I will say to you is, if you have loved ones in Spirit, when you think about them, whether it's remembering the times that you spent with them, whether it's a memory pops into your head, where does those thoughts and memories come from? Do they just come from your head and nowhere else? Of course they don't, right? When I remember loved ones that I've lost to Spirit, and I'm saying lost lightly because I never lost them in the first place, because I know that when I'm thinking about them, or when they pop into my thoughts, that's the time that they are right there with me. That's the time when they're saying, yep, I'm here. And just to prove that I'm here, remember that time we spent. And that, boom, your memory goes. That's where they pop into your memory. So whenever your nan comes into your mind, and you're thinking, is nan there? Who put that thought there? Who else? Your nan. Right? And even when they don't put that thought process in, if you think about them just for a second, or just for a few moments, they're there. Thoughts are energy. We don't have to be verbal for Spirit to hear our thoughts. They hear them. Because our thoughts, if you look at Spirit are balls of energy. Right? They're shapes of energy. They're not a hard physical form. It's energy. Our thoughts are energy. So Spirit can hear our thoughts. So when you're thinking of your nan, it's just like shouting for your nan, and she's right there with you. If I'm thinking of my parents, I know that they're right here with me. Or if a memory comes to mind out of the blue, for example, if I'm maybe sitting in the garden and I'm just chilling out in the garden, and I might get memories just flooding my head. Where do those memories come from? Where do they appear? Why did they come into my thoughts at that particular time? Why did they come into my way of thinking when I was doing something else at that particular time? It's because they wanted me to know that they are there. And they wanted to confirm that by sharing something that only you and they knew. Your memories, right? The memories that you have between you and your nan, right? They're your and your nan's memories, right? That's something special. That's a special bond that you shared between you and your nan. Nobody has that. So when those memories are coming flooding into your head, your nan's right there. That's who's putting those thoughts, that's who's putting those memories there. And she's putting them there to confirm that it's her. Because let me tell you, there are spirits in the spirit realm that can transform themselves into somebody that they are not. So, I've dealt with quite a few dark soul spirits that have maybe tried to come in as my mom. But I know by the way that they bring their messages that it's not my mom. And I dismiss that, right? So when we have memories coming into our heads at the oddest of times of somebody that we've lost, that's no coincidence. That's them letting you know that they are there. Excuse Rocky. His daddy's just taken him through to the living room with him. But when a thought comes into your mind or a memory comes into your mind, it's no accident. It's loved ones from spirit that are basically saying, hi, it's me. And to prove it's me, do you remember this time? They are sharing a link with you that you and only you had with that person, if that makes sense. Oh, bless. See? Technology, right? Spirit are usually good at that. It's not the first time technology have cut me off on Facebook or whatever. So I totally get that. And I know that you'll always look back on the lives as well. But yes, you needed the confirmation. She knew that. So she was giving you the confirmation that you needed. And she always will. A lot of people ask me things like deja vu. Where does deja vu come from? Right? If you get experience, how many of us have been to a place or we visited a place on this earth and we know in this lifetime we have never been to that place, yet we know what's round the corner. We know if we turn left there's going to be a little sweetie shop, and we turn left and guess what, there's a little sweetie shop. How do we know that? Or how many of us have met a stranger for the first time and that stranger has said something and you get the tingles on your head or the back of your neck, or the hairs, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and you think, I don't know you, but you've said those words to me before in the same place. But how can that be? Because I haven't met you in this life until this moment. Well, maybe you haven't met them in this life, but you sure as heck have met them in a past life. And you've met them in the same place in past life. Their face features may have changed because they're taken on a different human form. But if you look at the person's eyes, you recognize them from past life because the eyes are the mirrors to our souls. It's a bit like when my partner first met me for the first time. When I got off the train, he took one look at me and said, welcome home. He knew instantly who I was from past life. So, I don't know where deja vu come in. Maybe you wanted, or somebody that's watching this live in the future or whatever, maybe wanted to know about deja vu. But I got the urge to talk about deja vu and why do we get deja vu. Don't know where that came from, but I'm just going with intuition. But yeah, if you have any deja vu, it's probably due to a lifetime. Now, in a general spiritual way of things, especially in the witches' world, we have 7 lifetimes. 7. Right? Most people have 7 lifetimes. After the 7th lifetime, they go into spirit and they guide from spirit. So on our first lifetime, we will walk the earth for the first time. And then we reach the end of that lifetime. We go for a rest in spirit for a short time. And then we are put back. Obviously as a different person, in a different time, in a future time. But part of us, our soul is energy. So what happens is, imagine you're one ball of energy. You're a huge, big ball of energy. So when you pass over, that ball of energy goes into spirit. And then on your second lifetime, a piece of that energy ball breaks off and comes back to earth. That piece that comes back to earth holds all the memories that are in spirit. That energy ball is left in spirit. My great-grandmother is my best guide. She has guided me all my life on this earth plane. But who is my great-grandmother? Me. I have my great-grandmother's memories. I have lived a parallel life with my just the same as my great-grandmother. We have so many things in life that's happened. So how does that happen, and why do we have up to 7 lifetimes to live? It's because during our first lifetime we will make mistakes. And we haven't learned all the lessons that we need to learn to be an ascended master, i.e. to stay in spirit and guide from the other side. So we are taken into spirit briefly and we are put back. And we are put into the same situation where we made the mistake. Deja vu. Right? So if we met somebody for the first time in this lifetime, but yet we know we've met them before because they've said and done the same things, that deja vu is telling you be patient before you reply, because in your previous lifetime, whatever reply you gave them was the wrong one. Or whatever you did at that precise moment in time was the wrong thing to do or say. And this is your chance to make it better. This is your chance to be able to put it right and learn from the past lessons. So deja vu is a learning curve, right? It's about putting things right from the past, but in this moment. By the time we've reached our 7th lifetime, we'll have done all that we need to do. We'll have learned all the lessons that we need to learn, and then we become ascended masters, and we become guides to other people, if that makes sense. It's quite a complicated thing, but I wanted to share that with you, and I have no idea why I was asked to share about deja vu, but that is where deja vu comes from. Maybe you've been in a room of people and you think, I've been here before, but how can that be, right? Maybe you've trusted somebody in the past and they betrayed you, right? Guaranteed in the next lifetime you're going to be face to face with that person that betrayed you before. Obviously in a different, they will appear differently. Wait a minute till I put my light back on. Obviously they will appear differently, but they'll say the same thing or they'll do the same thing, and you'll get that deja vu. That deja vu is your memory warning you, right? This is where you went wrong, right? You trusted that person in the past. This is where the moment that you trusted that person or you believed that person and you took that person for gospel. It's down to you now to fix that. It's down to you to change that. So maybe you know, we've kicked ourselves for trusting somebody that we should never have trusted in the first place or whatever. And we get that deja vu. That's where deja vu comes. I hope that makes sense. If you need, if anyone has any questions about deja vu, please feel free to ask, or anything spiritual, please feel free to ask. Always there to help. So, just to finish off Lucy's reading, everything's going to work out. There is no need to worry. You're covered. It's sorted. Everything's going to fit into place at the right time, and you will get the house that you dream of. You will get the family that you dream of, and you will have the finances there that you need. And your nan will always be there to cool the waters or cool the flame when you get heated up, kind of thing. And pay attention to deja vu if the deja vu had some meaning for you. And if it didn't have meaning for you during this reading, then somebody else that maybe watches my lives has been maybe thinking about deja vu and how deja vu works. That's exactly how deja vu works. So on that note, I know Lucy's working, so she may not be watching at this precise time, and it is getting late. And I have got my little mini TikTok card of the day to do. So have a great evening, everyone. Love and bright blessings from myself, the Mystic Witch. It's good to be back, and I look forward to being joining you tomorrow for another card and affirmation of the day. Till then, have a great night, everyone. Love and bright blessings as always from myself, Lady Moonlight, the Mystic Witch. Take care, you all.